today's video, I'm here with the Prom makeup tutorial. I know prom is right around the corner and it is very expensive to get your makeup done. So if you are doing your makeup by yourself and you don't know what to do, this look would be perfect. I would wear it if I still had prom. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And if you guys want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some tape and put it at the corner of my eye so I have a nice sharp cut eye look. Now since you're going to be dancing all night long, you definitely want to make sure you prime your eyes. So for that, I'm using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Now the next thing I want to do is set it with a powder or any nude eyeshadow. For that, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light. You want to do this so your shades blend nice and seamlessly and your eyeshadows don't crease. Now using the Tartlettle palette, I'm taking the shade PowerPlayer. It's a nice cool tone gray, and this is going to be our transition color. I'm using a big fluffy brush. It's the MAC 224, and I'm putting this in my crease and a little bit above. This just helps all the shades that we're using after it blends nice and seamlessly. Now taking the Naked Smokey palette, I'm taking Password, and on my Luxie 205 tapered blending brush, what I'm going to be doing is putting this directly in my crease. This just adds a little bit more definition, and then going back into that MAC brush we used earlier, I'm doing windshield wiper motions and also circular motions to make sure it's nicely blended out. Then what I'm doing here is going back into that color again, Password, and just putting it directly in my crease, just making it as deep as I wanted it to be, and then going back in with that MAC brush, really making sure to blend it out so it's nice and seamless. For this look, you definitely want to make sure everything is nicely blended out so you have that gradual effect from lighter color to darker color. Now with that same color, I'm taking a pencil brush and just packing it on the outer V. What I really wanted was the more definition and the darkness to be on the outer corner, and then gradually go lighter onto the lid, and then going back in with my big fluffy brush to make sure it is nicely blended. Taking the Wet&Wild ColorIconic in the shade Spiked, it's just a silver glitter. What I'm going to be doing is packing this all over my entire lid. This is going to act as our base for our glitter. This is very sticky, so it's perfect for any glitter to really stick to it. So I highly recommend this step because it will make your glitter last all night. Now for the glitter, I'm taking the Loreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Silver Sky and packing this all over top of that Wet&Wild base we put on earlier. And as you see, it really sticks to it without any fallouts. And then I'm going to go back into that pencil brush and really make sure it blends it in with that Password shade. Now for my lashes, I'm going to do them off camera using the Ardel 120s. And now for the face, we'll finish the eyes up later. I'm going to be priming it using the L'Oreal Magic Lumi. You definitely want to make sure you prime it so your foundation lasts throughout the night. Now we're going to color correct. You want to make sure you do that before your foundation. So if you have any redness, if you have any darkness, you want to make sure you do that before your foundation. So I'm just canceling out any darkness I have underneath my eyes using the peach tone in the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. Now for foundation, I went with a very high coverage one. This is the MakeupForever HD Foundation Stick. I love this because it's very full coverage, and this also has no SPF, which means it has no sunscreen in it. You want to choose a foundation that has no sunscreen because you'll get that white cast and flashback in photos, which you do not want for prom. Now to highlight and conceal, I'm going with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20. I'm going to highlight anywhere I want light back into my face. So for that, it's down the bridge of my nose, my chin, in between my forehead, and also my eyes. And this also has no SPF in it because, again, we don't want that flashback in photos. So make sure you check whatever products you're using to make sure they have no SPF in it. Now to bake under my eyes and to set that, I'm going to be taking the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light. Now I'm just taking excess amount of powder and just setting it underneath my eyes and just letting it sit there until I'm done with the rest of my face. This just helps so it looks nice and airbrushed and everything lasts a bit longer throughout the night. Now going with the cream color for my contour, I'm taking the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit again and taking the middle shade and contouring my cheekbones as well as my temples. Putting a cream base underneath your powder just helps so it lasts a bit longer. Now to set that cream contour, I'm going into ShadowPlay from the Kat Foundation Light Contour Palette, and it's setting wherever we put that cream contour just to lock it in throughout the night and make sure it lasts all day. Now to finish off the eyes, I'm going back into the Tartlettle palette and taking PowerPlayer and just putting this underneath my lash line, making sure to make it nice and smoky. going back into Password from the Naked Smokey palette and only putting this on the outer V, making sure to really blend it out so it's nice and smoky. Now to highlight the inner corner, I'm going into Becca's Pearl, and then going into the Naked palette, I'm taking Dirty Sweets and blending them together and putting it in my tear duct to make it nice and highlighted. Since I did my brows off camera, for the brow bone highlights, I'm taking the shade 13 from the Naked Smokey palette and infusing that as my brow bone highlight. Now going in with any black eyeliner for my waterline. Now for mascara, I'm going to be using the MAC Flash Black Mascara and applying that to my fake lashes so my natural and my fake blend nicely together, and also using that as my bottom mascara. Now I'm just whipping away that excess baking we did earlier. Then going back in with that same powder, I'm going to clean up my contour. Now for blush, I'm taking this new blush I got from MAC. This is in the shade Rosy Outlook. It's a gorgeous pinky kind of peachy blush. Now what I recommend doing is actually using a cream blush first and then applying this so it lasts throughout the night. Now for the highlights, I'm going back into Becca Champagne Glow Palette and taking Pearl and highlighting my cheekbones as well as my temples, and the bridge of my nose and my Cupid's bow. And lastly for lips, I'm taking the TooFaced Melted Lipstick in the shade Melted Nude and then applying a pinky gloss over top. For that, I'm using MAC's Oyster Girl. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this prom makeup tutorial, and if you do recreate this for your prom, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your recreations. MakeupBySaraStoy. And I hope you guys have an amazing time at prom, and I'll see you guys in my next one.